get this fixed so we can just do this.
Hey, ho, ho,
Hi,
ho.
everybody.
Hey,
Hi, everybody. That's not
to,
10. Wait, we got one.
to 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. So once
Namaste.
again, this is our first show, Mike, in 2025. We took the last couple of weeks off because of the holiday season. So glad to be back with you. Missed you. Love you guys. Hope your holidays were fantastic. So here we are live at TMI the podcast. I'm Ron in Las Vegas, Nevada, and always with me I have my older brother, Mike.
I'm Mike in Amarillo.
Armadillo, Texas.
Yeah, buddy.
7-Up? Is there like whiskey in there?
Yeah, I'm trying to be good here for a little while. I have to tell you just a real quick story. So
Twitter.
Uncle Ken comes breezing through here a couple weeks ago, right? To bring us the Christmas mix that I think he actually left with somebody else, birthday boy Matt. And
I still haven't gotten any myself, so
I have it. Well, I'll have to make sure you get some. Long story short, so he leaves me a package, a Christmas gift, and I open it up, and he actually got me I should have brought it in here, a water bottle. It's a big thing of water because Uncle Ken, to his credit, wants me to drink more water and start taking walks, and I value that. It just tells me he loves me. So I've been hammering on that rascal. I think we figured 64 ounces, which I have I've taken in more water in the last week and a half than I kid you not. I don't think, and I'm being serious, I don't think I've had this much water in 2 years. And so let's just say all that water and combined with my age.
Stayed near a bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm pretty sure the people at the radio station that are in that building we're in.
Something's wrong with this guy.
That's what I'm thinking. They're probably thinking, hey, that radio guy down there, that's like the fifth damn time he's gone to the bathroom in the last hour.
Like a fucking camel.
Does he?
Did you read what my wife wrote?
7-Up, no Modelo. I have Modelo.
There's water in beer, Mike, just so you know.
Well, I understand. Look, she's letting me get away with coffee.
Ooh.
Based on that same concept that there is water in coffee. But no, I'm trying to cut down a little bit on alcohol and trying to be a good boy. The walking, I'm trying to get better at. I'm only getting 3,500 steps a day. So every day I try to take 500 more than I did yesterday. So I'm just trying to get healthy.
Park farther away.
Well, here's another great admission from your older brother, Mike. Where I work is like 3 blocks away. Yeah. I should walk my ass to work. And yet I get in the car and drive.
That boy. That'll teach him.
Well, it's cold today. It's been cold the last few days. But my word to my wife and to Uncle Ken is on nice days, yeah, I'm going to start walking.
Good.
I can but that is a little embarrassing. Is I work like 2.5 blocks away, and yet I get in the car and go. I'm a moron.
So you hit on a point. Today is the one and only Bro Cuz Matt Rogers' birthday today. So happy birthday, Matt. I know he's not on right now, but he usually hops on eventually. But he might be out doing birthday stuff. So Matt is 56 today. Yeah, so happy birthday, Matt. He is. He's a couple months younger than I am.
Young bucks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What age do we get when we start going backwards?
What?
I mean, when can we start going backwards and saying I'm 55, 54?
Oh shit, I don't know. Maybe when you were younger, I'm 12 and a half.
Leap year.
Oh no,
I'm a leap year baby.
Like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
You know what? I'm good with it. Yeah.
I don't care. You know what? My father always says, if you don't get old, you never know you made it.
Well, I wish I had some pearls of wisdom, but I don't. I now I'm at the point where if I have to make a sudden move, I just think, oh please, I hope I don't pee myself. So that's especially with all this water. Well, there you go.
So Mike and I were talking backstage before the show, and I told him that I've been sick, and so had Michelle, and to use the term, I told Mike I was double dragoning it for quite a few days. If those of you that know what I'm talking about understand. And so if Mike, you want to lose weight, yeah, just go get the flu.
Well, I told you
something.
About this time, and I got a knock again. About this time of the year, I get the flu. And so this time every year when I feel it coming on, all I think of is two things. One, let's make it quick so I can get back to work. And the second one is, Lord, the weight I'm about to lose, I hope I can keep it off, because inevitably I lose 8 to 10 pounds every time I get sick.
Dude, Mike, I no joke. I probably lost 13 pounds in 4.5 days. It was one of those things I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. It was that bad. I think I threw up more in the 3 days of that happening than I did my entire life.
Look, I don't mean to get biologically ugly, but I'd almost rather that I had the hot squirts than
to throw up.
Pay homage to the porcelain throne, because there's something about, especially I think the older we get, because you said when we were backstage that your chest muscles.
Oh my God.
Hurt. I'm telling you.
Hit me with a bat.
Yeah. And so I'm just telling you, if I had my druthers, I'd rather, have it come out the south end.
I agree.
Because coming out the other way, man, it's a god awful pain.
I agree. I mean, so I'm gonna go off on a bit of a rant.
Rant away.
You and I kind of touched base about it earlier backstage, but the show is called Are You Shitting Me, TMI, and this to me was a complete Are You Shitting Me moment. We have sports teams that can't be called what the names have been called for decades because it offends somebody or it's not politically correct. But yet I read this article, and mind you, this was from 2023, so I'm sure it's worse now. But to preface that, it's like you take the Washington Redskins football, great example. People, you can't call them the Redskins, it's racist, it's this, it's the, But I have an article you can't see. I have it up here on my other screen here, and I sent it to you, Mike, about this group in Germany, and this was in 2023, that there was 1,000 people who preferred to be recognized as not humans, but as canines. And they all gathered in this railroad station in Germany, the Potsdamer Platz railroad station, and all they did was sit there and bark and howl. And I'm sorry, when we were kids, we played cowboys and Indians, and now that's frowned upon. But these fucknuts can go out and I identify as a cat. I identify as a dog. I identify as a lampshade. Stop. I mean, when doesn't it? And Mike, I hate to cut you off, but you hit it right on the head. We were backstage. You do you, boo. I don't care. Do your thing.
Don't care.
But don't expect me to play along with your little game, because it's not going to happen.
Well, that's the result of these people, and there are groups like that all around the world where they gather and fervently believe that they can communicate with each other by acting like whatever the animal that they're supposed to be acting like. And that's just the result of, and we're not going to go political here. That's the result of them being led to believe that they are the majority, when in fact it's the majority that's going, oh, you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Now think about this, because we're always talking about back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So let's go back to our youth, and let's say mid 70s, right in that ball, mid to late 70s, early 80s. So let's say my younger brother Ron swears that he's part dog. And the only way that we can communicate with him at times is when he is a dog, we have to bark, snarl, and, sniff his ass. So back then, do you think you get a support network?
I'd get beat up.
You got two things that are going to happen to you. You're either going to get your ass kicked,
or
they're taking you to the counselor, man.
Or you're going to the psych ward, one or the other.
You're going to go to, Brady's hospital. Those are the two things that would have happened to you now, but I think that might be changing. But as you said, for the last couple of years, they've been led to believe, this is normal for us. This is just the way we are, and you have to accept us. No, I'm telling you, rock it, man. If that's your thing, kill it. But here's the problem. Don't think you're going to force me into having to adhere to your nonsense and your bullshit, because I'm not doing it.
But like I said, Mike, when we were younger, we used to, we'd play Army and we'd play Cowboys and Indians, and we'd pick, sides or teams or whatever. And when did it become a debate about what was right and what was wrong when you're a child trying to play a part of something? But now as adults, you can play any flipping part that you want.
Yeah. That's because I think as we've gone by, but especially in the more recent years, the reason why you've seen that shift is because I think some parents, and not all parents, but I think some parents have discovered, well, this whole parenting thing is just harder than I thought it was going to be, and I don't want to have to deal with it. So the best way I know how to do this is you just do what you want. Let my child do whatever they want, and anything they choose to do is perfectly fine with me. Because to have to, raise them up, teach them, guide them, God forbid, discipline them. No, I can't do that. I just can't do that.
I was watching
back in our day. Oh, baby.
I was watching a TikTok about that. And it's funny because I watch a lot of the, baby boomer Gen X TikToks, and it is so on point. And there was one where it starts off with, millennial parenting, the kid doing something. Oh, please don't do that. Let's use our words. And I understand you're having big feelings, and I have feelings too. And then it kicks over to a Gen X or a baby boomer. You better shut the fuck up and put that down before I whoop your ass. It's like, and I'm sorry. And I don't believe in corporal punishment. I don't believe in beating your kid, but I got spanked. I got a paddle, and you know what I suffer from now because of it is respect for my elders. And knowing how to act and knowing what's right and what's wrong. And nowadays, and you hit it right on the head, Mike, it's just let them do whatever they want. Oh, fuck that.
Yep. Yeah. Check out Michelle. See, that's an area where I think that's an area where you and I differ a little bit. Is I don't watch TikTok now. I have become, and this is an area where I need to fix myself, is when I'm sitting and we're watching TV in the evening, Carol and I sit literally, 6 feet apart from each other and watching TV, and we're both doing this bullshit.
And do you send each other messages?
We don't even communicate that way. We don't say a damn thing to each other. We're just doing this, and I know what we're doing. For me, it's when you scroll through Facebook from time to time, you'll get to these reels or whatever they are.
Yeah.
And I'll watch one because I see like old drag races. I love seeing those. Those are kind of fun. But then the next thing I know, it's like an hour and a half later. And I think, what the fuck? What happened here? So And Carolyn, bless her heart, I haven't said anything to her, so she's going to see this. She is watching videos, and I mean, I found like last night, it really dawned on me. I thought my wife and I are sitting right next to each other, and we're watching videos, not even communicating. And I remember back when they were still claiming us, Michael and Chelsea would come to the house and literally sit in our den, our back living room, and rather than say anything, they're texting each other.
Oh my God.
You know,
Stop it.
And I thought, that certainly doesn't hurt, but okay. But yeah, I'm telling you, that's it's that whole this is my problem right now is I don't do TikTok. I don't care for TikTok, and it has nothing to do with politics. I just see TikTok as misunderstand, because again, do your thing, brother. But for me, TikTok is a brain eroder and time waster. But that being said, look what I'm doing when I'm scrolling through my Facebook, and I come across these reels. I'm just as guilty.
It doesn't matter what social media outlet that it is, and you got TikTok, Facebook has it, Instagram has their reels. I mean, it doesn't matter. You hit it around the head, Mike. It's like I'll sit down and be like, I'll just watch a couple of these, and then all of a sudden it's like 2 hours later, it's like, oh, holy shit, where the hell did that go?
And I'm telling you, little brother, I was doing that last night, and like an hour and a half went by, and I literally sat there for a moment. I thought, and pardon me, but I thought, what the fuck am I doing? So I purposely, I do this every night, unless Caroline, like tonight, she won't be home. She's watching a house for a friend of ours. But when she's home, I don't bring my phone to bed. I leave my phone plugged in out in the den. I leave it there because if Carolyn's home, I don't have to worry about anybody calling me.
Sure.
And because I know damn good and well, if I bring it to bed, I'll stay up kind of looking at it. But that's my frustration right now is I'm completely aware that I'm just as guilty. I may not watch TikTok or even care for TikTok, but I'm just as guilty as everybody else in that I start watching, and then the next thing I know is like, oh man.
Well, you know what it is. It sucks you in. They get the algorithms of what you like. So you said you like drag racing. So the more you watch anything that has to do with cars or drag racing or racing, it flipping knows, and then you get bombarded with all that stuff, and you're like,
oh, right?
You're like, yes. Stick the needle in, baby. We're going.
Like, I'm jonesing, man. Show me some Big Daddy Don Garlits. I'm hurting. Right. I need some. Come
Shirley
on, man.
Downey. I need some Shirley.
Show me some Jungle Jim. Come on, baby. I gotta have it.
For you younger folks, those were actually race car drivers back in the day.
Jungle Jim, yeah. You'll see his backup girl was actually Jungle Pam. She's still around.
Well, Shirley Muldowney was like the OG back in the day.
Cha-cha.
Yeah, she was like OG.
Cha-cha. But no, I've long appreciated drag racing, and there are some other things. Woodworking. I'll see somebody doing some woodworking stuff, and I think, gosh, so I'll save that one so I can go back and look at it later, because it may be something I want to try, or somebody did something, made something, that might be useful in the shop. And so I save those. So yeah, if it's drag racing and woodworking, that's what I'm looking at.
There's one that I watch, Mike, and you can either jot this down or watch it in later, and you'll laugh at the name of it. But I watched this one. She does like woodworking, drywall, construction stuff. It's called C. Jane Drill, and it's this woman. Her name is Jane, and she just does some amazing shit. And I like watching. I like watching the stuff she does. It's it's all technique based, and it's all about not only how to do it, but why to do it, and why the steps are you take to do it that way. And I dig that kind of stuff, man. So I'll sit and watch that shit forever. So if we're gonna, for those of you that know, I own a handyman and remodeling business, and we'll go out on the job site. I'll watch 15, 20 videos just to get different ideas of how to do the same thing I've been doing for the past 10 years. Because
that's what I do.
It changes.
Especially right now, because it's January, and so I'm already thinking spring, and so I look at things and I think, what can I do as a side hustle? What are 4 or 5 things that I can make that I might be able to sell? Or I'll see some people doing, like you said, Ron, using techniques that I think, holy crap, I never thought about that. There was one I saw today, and they were doing a really cool sort of a dovetail, but they were it's hard to explain, but it was we've talked about doing this. What they were doing is they were flipping a dresser that somebody almost literally gave them.
Absolutely.
And they redid this thing. And I have to tell you, Ronnie and I've talked about doing this. I want to try this. And so that's what I save that kind of stuff, because look, man, I've been woodworking for a few years now, but man, I'm still the babe in the woods when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, we have a piece of furniture in our garage that Michelle got on a steel. In my opinion, it's a great piece of furniture. But our thing is time. Michelle's job is very demanding, emotionally straining. Then my work, I mean, it just depends on the day, and if I'm not out estimating and farming, my pipeline dries up and I don't have work.
You're not generating revenue.
Yeah. So, but no, dude, I would love to do that. I watch videos of that, Mike, and I'm just like, the thing is, it's kind of like watching Tiger Woods play golf. You're like, oh, that looks easy, but right. It's like these guys have been doing it for a while. I'll watch these people go pick up a dresser from a curb check, and bring it home, and they strip it down, they sand it, they prime it, they paint it, put new hardware on it, and they sell it for $700-800.
Yeah. Now, I don't know, did they really sell it for that? Because there are some that I call shenanigans.
I would agree with that.
There was one I watched, I think, last night, as a matter of fact, and she did a great job on this piece. I think she got the piece for like $75, and I love what she did to it. And then she said, then I sold it for $1,400, $1,400. And I'm thinking, no, there's I'm calling shenanigans. I don't think that sold for $1,400. Because if that's the case, and I got a few things here I've done that I can retire on. But I build stuff. I get lucky every once in a while. I'm pretty proud of the dog kennels. I'm really proud of Carolyn's Coffee Bar. I still walk by that.
Where you're at, you need to start building the things that I do, the Chicknick tables. I'm sure you got.
Well, see, and that's what I do. I do
a bunch of people out there.
By the way, if you've not seen them, you need to see his Chicknick tables. I do little birdhouses. I do some signs and that kind of stuff. But this year, and again, I'm now running into the same problem that you have, and I'm blessed by the fact that I have this problem now, because
Amen.
As Ronnie knows, I haven't had this problem for a couple of years. My time is now being just chewed up because of work. The radio group I work for, I not only now do, I literally do news, but I have my show. I'm now out doing remotes, doing public appearances. As a matter of fact, I'm leaving this Sunday. I'm heading to Austin at the invitation of a young lady who is going to be our 87th district Texas state representative. And so she invited me to come down for her swearing in. And then our next legislative session starts next Tuesday. So I'm going to be down there. We're literally going to try to do the show from Austin Monday and Tuesday. And I'm hoping this works.
Via remote. Nice.
But that being, you got to see the technology today. It's wicked.
That kind of ties in, like you said, everything has changed, and what we knew back in the day is not what it is today. So,
no, not at all. In this business, Well, the reason why I shared all that is another area that I'm failing in is using time as an excuse. I'm constantly saying, well, I can't get to this. I wish I'd have gotten to that because I just don't have the time. If I can be sitting in my chair playing with the phone, watching stupid videos for an hour and a half, I have time to do something. And so what I've experienced the last few weeks because of the radio gig, it's pretty much reset my mind to, you know what, activity begets activity. So the more that I can keep myself moving, the better off I'm going to be. So that's why I've been getting into the wood, watching these videos, because I'm anxious now to get back out in the shop. It's too cold right now, but I'm anxious to get back out there and try to do a few of the things that, like we've talked about. I do want to find a cheap or a free piece of furniture and see, can I flip it? And if I can make a couple $100 off it, cool. I doubt that I make $800-900 off it.
But Mike, if you buy something in I think a good rule of thumb is 3 times. So if you buy something for 100 and you can sell it for 300, you might be in it, another $60-80 on top of it. You know what I mean? So you have to have that threshold of
right
what's going to be acceptable from the price you pay versus what you have to put into it and what your profit's going to be. And dude, I tell you what, I've seen some of the stuff you do. I think it's fantastic. I don't see any issue with you picking up some furniture and flipping it. I think you'd be great at it.
I still will do things from time to time and stand back and go,
did I do that?
Who came in here and did this when I was gone? And now on a totally different deal, though, I need your help to, talk me out of this. Okay. I really believe I'm in a wonderful season of blessing right now. I believe God is about to reveal something amazing. And I feel it's going to be something I didn't see coming. Right. So that being said, I'm trying to be a good steward because I've come to the realization I own nothing. Nothing is mine. It all belongs to God. I'm just trying to take care of it, and I will do with it as he tells me. Right. So lately, speaking of stupid videos, lately I've been watching a lot of people out metal detecting.
Stop it.
And I thought,
stop
dude,
it.
I really want to get I want to get a metal detector, and I have some places I want to go to just to see what I can find.
Mike,
and I'm
stick to woodworking.
And I'm trying to talk myself into, okay, it gets me outdoors. It gets me outdoors and it gets my steps in.
All right, then walk around to garage sales on Saturday and Sunday. That's where you find the good stuff.
I don't do garage sales.
I love garage sales. My wife can't stand garage. I love it. I think I had it embedded in me from Aunt Linda and Mom as a kid.
Yeah. Talk about garage sales.
They used to get the newspaper out. This is aging myself now. They get the newspaper out on Friday or Saturday, and they'd circle all the places they wanted to go.
Absolutely.
And that's how you did. And, nowadays it's all electronic, and you actually have a map diagram. You can pick where you want to go. But I love it. That's where you can find some treasures in garage.
Well, that's where now it's those moments like that is where I wish you and I were closer together, because I'd love for us to do that kind of stuff.
Oh my God!
I know that's attractive. Sorry, I'm having mocos.
No, you got to read what Michelle put.
Mike, do that naked.
You'll be TikTok famous. Join me tomorrow on Mike's new metal detecting.
I'll be TikTok famous because like the game warden's going to come out and kick my ass. Either that or some feral pig will come eat me.
Right.
Yeah, Michelle.
I've watched these guys.
This is why I love my sister-in-law, because she's just about as sick as I am.
Oh man, and I tell her all the time, and I've told you too. Everybody's like, "Oh, your wife is so sweet and so cute." It's
Yeah.
like, shit.
You don't know the little Hellcat, do you?
No.
What is it? Wait. It's going to come to me. Oh, she has an alter ego. What is it?
It's Stella.
Stella.
Yes,
That's what it is. Yeah.
Stella hasn't been out in quite a while, but when Stella comes out, she comes out in style.
It's pretty interesting when Stella shows up.
Oh man, for those of you that have never met Stella, that, my friend, is a treat.
Stella and shutting down a karaoke bar. That's it's pretty awesome. I will just tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think my metal detecting thing is not a good idea?
No. Stick to the wood.
Out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me talk you out of it. Don't fucking do it.
But why? See,
because it's dumb. Let me tell you something. If it really worked,
talking me out of it,
everybody would be doing it.
Why should I do this? Well, because it's dumb.
Look, here's the thing. I'm going to explain to you. Like
what a great counselor you are, Ron. I'm so glad I came to you.
I had to explain to Elena because she started playing volleyball, right? And
she didn't tell her it was dumb, did you?
No, she's all heartbroken and crying. And I'm like, what are you crying for? She's like, because I suck. And I'm like, how many years have you played volleyball? I've never played it before. I'm like, then why the fuck are you crying? It's like, if you've never played it, it's like, come on.
You tell her Uncle Mike has a friend that's won, I think, 3 state championships.
Matt's here.
Oh. Yeah, where's Matt?
Matt, are you here? Birthday boy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my. Remember, I'm pretty sure Matt can kick our ass.
He might be able to.
I'm thinking he probably can.
I'm kind of fragile. I'm kind of fragile these days.
If he can't, Sherry will.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
I talk a good
game. Hey, look at that.
I know when to
stop.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Matt Rogers.
Bro, cuz.
Happy birthday to you. What do you, I think you're 56, right? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Cheers. Salute.
Cheers, bro, cuz.
I don't have 7-Up, but kind of the same thing.
So what did he go out? Did you do anything for your birthday?
So I went back, Mike, and I pulled up, I think, our first episode ever. And Matt, Rich Wilson had made a comment about how he and Matt should, have to get together and talk about stuff for all the things that they did, which got me thinking. I'm like, we can have 4 to 10 people on here.
We can have way more than 4.
Matt, get Rich on here and let's have a conversation about growing up in Village 7 and on Scenic Circle and all the fun shit that used to go on. Well, of course, he just got back from. Is that Texas Roadhouse? I love that place.
Surprised was it? I guess that would be right. Isn't that where Kat works?
No, she works at Bubba's.
Oh, that's right, Bubba's. Sorry,
Matt. Since you went to Texas Roadhouse, did they put you on the saddle and sing "Happy Birthday" to you?
I'm eating a cashew in your honor. He's old. You got to give him time to type.
We took both the granddaughters to Texas Roadhouse for their birthday, and they got to sit on the saddle and sing "Happy Birthday" to them. The 14-year-old granddaughter was in complete shock and disarray because Elena's all like, "Is that it?"
You see what he put? You got Matt now.
I wrote. You go, boy. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. Oh, sorry. Wrong movie. That was a Christmas movie.
That was a that was a Christmas movie. Yeah, when you live in Texas, doesn't it seem odd if you live in Texas, you go to a place called
Texas Roadhouse? Yeah.
We have one down the street, and we really do like it. Oh, you know what we do have now? I don't know if you guys do. You know what Buc-ee's is?
I know what it is, but we don't have them here.
Amarillo now has one.
Really?
Opened up just before, I think, just before Christmas.
Yeah,
we have a Buc-ee's.
I'm not sure where I know it from, but yes, I do know what a Buc-ee's is.
I may have to stop on the way out to Austin this weekend. Get myself a bag of beaver nuggets.
Did you watch the video on how to wash your beaver?
No.
I'll send it to you. It's actually pretty funny.
I hope they're actually washing a beaver and not
Michelle, washing a beaver. She's talking about Buc-ee's. You know it's from TikTok. That is not where I know it from.
Is this like his alternate, Look,
let me tell you something. I watch TikTok in the mornings. I get up early. I come out and I make coffee. I feed the dogs. I make sure her coffee's ready. And I sit and I watch TikTok. And I'm, when I'm in the bathroom, I watch it. And sometimes at night before I go to bed. When it's time to go to work, I go to work and I work until the work is done. I don't watch TikTok while I'm at work. So it's not an all day long thing.
I'm thinking it's probably a secondary source of education for you. Or some of us just run to YouTube, learn something. I think if you want to learn how to wash your beaver.
It's actually pretty funny. Matter of fact, I'm going to send it to you as soon as we're done here.
Well,
you will get a giggle out of it.
I need something to fall asleep to.
How'd you sleep last night? Well, I was learning how to wash my beaver.
I was watching this program teaching me how to wash a beaver.
Pretty well. It was quite relaxing.
Good.
Thank you for asking. Oh shit!
Oh boy.
So for those of you that are joining in, I know we have a couple of on here and some of you will watch later on, but yeah, this is our first show in 2025 and looking forward to some other bigger things coming up. And Mike, I will say I'm glad that you're not glad. I'm ecstatic that your seasons are changing in your life and what's going on in your world out there. And big blessings to you that continues. And it's a great feeling because I'm right now I'm the same way. I have more work than hours in the day, and I'm not going to complain about it. I will take it as I can. But it sucks telling people no, and sometimes that's the hardest thing.
You know what? I think, and I tell people this frequently. I think there is value in saying no, or I'm sorry, we're booked up. I'm sorry, we're sold out. To me, there's value in saying that.
Sure.
That just tells people, maybe I need to get to them sooner.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, my big gig in the wintertime is Christmas lights. And I've been doing it for 13 years, I think now. And my clients now start calling me in June.
Yeah.
To get on the schedule for Christmas lights because they've been trained that if you don't get on the schedule early, you're going to get whatever day I have available. And it may not be.
If you have a day available.
Yeah, if that's available. And, we've actually streamlined that quite a bit to where we used to do like 80, 90 installs a year. And it was just freaking stupid busy. And we've streamlined that down now to like maybe 30 or 40 installs every year. So it's a very select pick. And I don't say that being cocky, but it's we literally at the point now where we get to pick and choose who we want to work with.
Good. I think that's awesome. There's great value in that. Leave the scraps for others. Take the good ones.
Yeah.
Besides, competition's healthy.
I'm always of the belief, and again, this is not me being cocky, but I get people always asking, well, who's your biggest competition? And I'm like, I worry about me. I worry about what we do, and I worry about what I need to do. I don't really worry too much about what everybody else does. Because everybody, you'll get the clients, well, this guy said he can do it for this. Great. Fucking call him.
Get him.
Bye. Why are you calling me? But there's always going to be that other guy or that other person, and I'm just like, just brush it off.
That's all you can do. Because look, and it's a lesson that it takes some people a long time and usually a mistake or two to really understand. That is, like you just said, I don't concern myself. So far as I know, I'm the only one that does whatever I'm doing. And if there's somebody else, good for them. But here's all I know is I'm better than you. I'm quicker than you. You're going to have to hustle to catch up with me.
Yep.
And by that, I mean, look, I don't go into things, programming radio stations, whatever it is. So far as I care, I'm the only one that does what I do. And when I hear somebody say, okay, but this one is doing this, or this one can do it, like you said, for, $100 less, or whatever the case is. My reaction is, fine, God bless them. And if that's where you want to be, go get them. Yep. But the next time you come knocking on my door, it's going to be more than I just told you.
Amen.
That's all. I'm sorry. That's just the way I work.
Yep.
So.
And also
the ugly side of business.
I tell the clients will call me about, let's say a bathroom remodel, and I'll be like, they'll be like, oh, that guy can do it. He's going to do it for $1,000 less. Great, go do it. I said, but when you call me to repair whatever they do, it's going to be probably 3 times that amount. So go right ahead.
So you can either have it done right the first time at my price, or let them screw it up and then call me to come fix it. And you'll be into it 3 times more than you needed to be the first time.
But Mike, I think that's way back in time, but I think that's something that was instilled from us by our father. It was because Dad was one of those guys where, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was, if you're going to do it right the first time.
Anything worth doing is worth doing right, and you shouldn't have to go back and do it again.
Amen. And that's kind of my, lack of a better term, code that I live by. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can't do, but I'll find out how to do it. It may take me longer to get it done, but nonetheless, it's still going to get done. It's going to get.
It's funny you go that route with it, and I know we're running behind, but I told Ronnie backstage I had 2 appliances literally go out on me in the last couple of weeks. One of our dryer, our clothes dryer, is having a conniption. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. And our dishwasher. Well, the dryer I've already taken apart and fixed 2 or 3 times. And so occasionally I think I feel bad. And so lately I thought, if we bought a new one, but going into it, I finally had to just have a conversation with Dad and say, dude, I've done everything I can to this thing. It's crying right now. Please replace me.
Now what?
We bought a new one. It's supposed to be on its way. I'm going to still try to fix this one, and donate it or do whatever. The dishwasher, this thing is so old. I mean, I'm telling you, I think.
How old is it?
I'm telling you, I have no earthly clue. It's pretty old. And so last night I'm trying to get, the back panel from the front door. I'm trying to get it off there. And there's one stupid star screw that won't come out. It's whatever reason, it's just stuck in there. I can't get it out of there. My back hurts. I've got a pinched nerve or something going on my back. And so I'm in god awful pain, right? So I reached a point where I thought, the hell with it. A new dishwasher can't be but $250 or so.
Right.
Here comes Dad in my head. you haven't even tried to fix this one. What if it's only 20, 30 bucks? I'm going, damn it, old man. Shit. So, but if you don't tell Dad, I think I'm just going to buy a new dishwasher.
Amen. I would. Look,
got warranty on it.
It's time over money, man. It's like
don't you reach a point where you just go, fuck this, dude. This thing's like 20 years old. I can get a new one today and I have a warranty. Why am I killing myself over this? That's what I was doing last night. I was thinking my back hurts.
So here's one of my favorite TikToks is where the wife is like, my husband, we're having some work done at the house and he decides he can do it for cheaper, but it requires him buying all new tools and 7 to 8 trips to Home Depot or Lowe's to get it done. And it takes twice as long to finish it. Like I know that feeling. I way know that feeling, man.
My argument to that is, but after as many trips as we've made to Home Depot, I'm not in there very long because I know where everything is. Absolutely. I think I can help customers in Home Depot.
So Michelle sends me to the grocery store the other day because she's been sick, and God love her, she's been doing her best to keep the house going, and so she sends me to the store to go get steak and pre-made mashed potatoes, which I had no idea where the hell to find. So I'm like, I'm the wrong person to send to the grocery store. I ended up buying a fucking London broil because I didn't know it wasn't steak. You have to put that thing in an oven, and I had to ask some poor elderly woman where the fuck I bought potatoes in a bag from.
Can you tell me where the pre-made potatoes are?
I had no idea. But you sent me to a Lowe's or a Home Depot. Dude, I will tell you, it's aisle 6, halfway down, row 11, 3/4 of the way down. I will tell you exactly where everything is. You send me to a grocery store, I'm lost.
Yeah,
I know where the beer is and the Coke Zero. That's about it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm fairly convinced I know the local Home Depot. We got 2 of them, but the one near the house, I'm pretty sure I know it better than probably half the people that work there.
And unfortunately, and not to bag on Home Depot, but I'm sure you're probably more knowledgeable than most people that work there too.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh no, you come back.
What does she say?
I know where to find the tent.
You know what I do? When she sends me, I get my phone and I take a picture of the ones she wants, and then I go and I line it up. I do this and I line it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, there it is.
Pick one, baby. Pick one, baby.
Yes, thank you for out Michelle. All right, folks. Well, it's 6:58 here in Las Vegas, which means it's 8:58 there in Amarillo. You're way past your bedtime, you old fart.
It is pretty close to bedtime, kids.
Well, I gotta tell you, Mike, I missed having our show together the last couple of weeks, but I understand with the holidays and things going on. But it's nice to be back on, and looking forward to next week. Once again, Matt, happy birthday, brother. I love you.
Happy birthday.
Love you. And happy 2025, man. This is going to be a season of change for a lot of us, and just keep your eyes open and pay attention to the signs. And like Mike said, it's not ours. It's ours to steward, and it's ours to take care of. So just keep an eye out for it.
Couldn't put it any better. Love you, Matt. Love you guys.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.